Hey guys, oh, ciao a you. I usually say ciao a you in Italian, I'm Italian. I hope I'll be able to let you understand what I want to tell you. My pronunciation, it's something like the Godfather, so please forgive me for my bad English. Today I want to show you this guitar which I asked for many years ago, and I've been able to have just a couple of days ago. It's a Donner Telecaster style guitar. I had one some years ago, but it was in sunburst finish. This one is in an Olympic white finish. It's quite rare. It's hard to have this guitar here in Europe, especially here in Italy. And I love this guitar very much. Let me show you the guitar firstly. This is the one. It's, as I told you before, an Olympic one Telecaster with a dark fretboard. I have to tell you that I'm sad that this one is just the dark fretboard, because this one should be beautiful with a maple fretboard. But before I tell you about the guitar, let me introduce to you my plans. I'm going to make for you an intro video about this guitar, because I want to tell you the specs of this guitar and my first impressions. I will make a no-talking demo of this guitar separately from this video, because I think that some people may find boring all my blah 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 about the guitars. Also, I can make just one video, just one demo video for all the viewers of my videos. So if I make a no talking demo, Italians, Americans, Britons, Germans, everyone could listen to the guitar. Okay, so I will make an intro, a no talking demo, and I want also make a final consideration video about the guitar, because I'm sure that playing the guitar, I played this guitar very roughly yesterday, but I'm sure that I will have some other things to tell you about the guitar after making the demo. Okay, so this is a very inexpensive guitar. I don't want to say cheap, because I don't think that this guitar is cheaply made. Someone told me that it's something like a Squire Affinity. It's not. It's something better than the Squire Affinity guitars, because there is some attention to details that the Squire Affinity doesn't have. Think about the pickguard. Normally Squire Affinities, I had a Squire Affinity Telecaster when I was way younger than now, and the pickguard was not 3-ply pickguard, was a plain white 1-ply pickguard. So this one seems a little bit more premium. Also, the square affinities doesn't have the string-to body bridge, which for a Telecaster or it's better to say over a Telecaster seems to be a very good thing for sustain, for better sounding, and I like the string-to body thing. So there are some little details that makes me think about a better made guitar than a square affinity. I don't remember if I told you that this guitar is priced something around 100 euros, between 100 and 150 euros. So as I told you, it's very inexpensive. Donner is a Chinese brand which makes almost every kind of instrument, like keyboards, drums, percussions, trumpets, flutes, every kind of instruments. So talking about this guitar, I will start from the headstock to the tail. We have a normal sealed Goto style non-logging tuners, so standard tuners. It's a 100 guitar. So asking for locking tuners would be a little too much, but yesterday I tuned this guitar and I have to tell you that these tuning machines works flawlessly. They are very good, also they are pretty because they have the Donner logo etched on the back of the body of the tuning machine. Standard butterfly kind of string guide, plastic nut. We can't ask for a bone nut on a guitar of this price range, but even if it's made from plastic, it's a very good, very well made nut, because it follows the fretboard radius very well. Maybe you should lower a little bit the top of the nut. But it's well made. I like this one. To me it's better to have a well-made nut instead of having a bad made bone nut. It's better to have it well made. They say that this is Canadian maple. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good choice of maple. The back of the neck has a nice, veneer. I think that this is the right word to tell you. It's nice. No defects nor no stains. I found a very bad neck with bad stains over Mexican's fender. So this is a well choice of maple to make this neck. The fretboard, it's a very dark fretboard. Seems that it would mimic an ebony fretboard. It's 100% black. It's black completely. I don't think that this one is made from ebony, but it seems true. Maybe it's a baked maple fretboard, but it's nice, it's pretty, and it's completely black. If you don't know what you are looking at, you would say that this is made from ebony. The fretboard radius is 12 inch with, I would say, medium frets, well made, because as I told you before, I roughly played this guitar yesterday. The fretboard was flawless. I had no dead spots, no high frets, no mute notes. Everything worked flawlessly. Also the truss rod was luckily well tuned, so I didn't touch the truss rod. As usual, the neck of the Telecaster is a set neck, or no, it's not a set neck. A set neck is a bolt-on neck with a beautiful neck plate, which is etched with Donner logo, which gives to this guitar a very, very premium kind of feel. 22 frets with the little ear under the neck, which eventually which maybe could cover, if you want to. I like this kind of thing, cause it covers eventually. Eventually, it's not the right word. Which may cover, not 100% precise, accurate pickguard neck pocket kind of routing. So I like this thing. Anyway, never mind about that. I told you nothing. The paint job. The paint job is perfect, flawless. I couldn't find a single defect, a single flaw over this paint job. It's 100% perfect. I had much more expensive guitars with very, very, bad kind of paint job, with bubbles, with inconsistent color. For example, my Jaguar, which is a Squire vintage modified, has a lot of bubbles. It's a candy apple red one. It's much more expensive than this one. And she has a lot of bubbles over the back of the guitar. This is flawless. I love this color, which is an Olympic white, not much yellow Olympic white. It's something around, something between Arctic white and Olympic white. So I like this kind of color. Pickguard is made from, it's made in mine green, a very light, a very subtle mine green, a modern style of pickguard with the two screws over the pickup. I like this one too. As I told you before, it's a 3-ply pickguard, so premium kind of feel. The bridge is the thing that I don't like very much. I don't want to tell you that this bridge it's completely trash. It works, you know, it does his job, but it's made from, you know, zinc. It's totally made from zinc. It's you know, a cheap bridge. The guitar, it's, you know, very inexpensive, so they couldn't place over this guitar a stainless steel bridge with brass saddles. You know, I couldn't ask something like that. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, but it works. It's a 6 saddles bridge, modern one. I mean, it's not the H3 style one, so it's comfortable to play. I usually have a very low action over my guitars. I add all the you know, space to move the saddles very low. Just to tell ya, I usually set my strings 1.5 millimeters and 1 millimeters, 1.5 over the bass side and the high side 1 millimeter, so it's very low, but I had all the space to do so. So it works, it intonates perfectly. It feels just a little cheap because the price range of the guitar. The electronics, it's just the standard electronic Telecaster wiring with the 3-way switch, a volume and a tone, just like every Telecaster. It works good. I tested yesterday that the volume was, you know, gradual when you lower it. Same thing with the tone, so everything works flawlessly. The pickups obviously are ceramic pickups, not premium ones. They are a little bit weak to me, but they work good. They have a good sound, a good tone. Maybe you have to fight a little bit to find the right height for the pickups. Yesterday I set up the pickups just like I do with all the guitars, and I had a little bit of quite a bit of difference in volume between the two pickups. So maybe you have to tune it a little bit better to have a perfect balance between the volumes. So it's just, they have a good tone anyway. The jack is the modern one with 4 screws and not the cap one, which the infamous cap one, which falls down all the times. So I like this one too. Standard, you know, strap pins. It's, you know, you can't ask for a locking kind of strap pins. I like this guitar. I like it very much. It's very well made, and for the price, it's something like some kind like a gift, I have to tell you. guitarist this guitar it's aimed for. I think that this guitar is good for beginner guitarists, but also for much more experienced one. Think about a beginner. This guitar it's perfect because of the price, because when you want to start playing a new instrument, you don't want to spend much to buy it. If you are young, if you want to buy a guitar for your son or your daughter, you don't want to spend much, because you don't know if they will continue, if they will study the instrument or leave it in a corner taking dust. So you don't want to spend much, so it's inexpensive, so this is perfect. Also with this guitar, a lot they send you into the package a lot of accessories which are main for an instrument. Many much more expensive guitars doesn't have all those accessories. Example, they send you this beautiful gig bag, which I love because it's not much padded, but it works, it's solid, it's well made. You should buy anyway a gig bag. They send you with the price, into the price a gig bag, so you don't have to buy a gig bag. And I think that the less you have to buy, the more you can spend, for example, over an amplifier, because if you buy an electric guitar, I suppose that you have to buy also an amplifier. Other than that, you have some more accessories which anyway you should buy, and they include all those into the package of the guitar, into the price of the guitar. You will have a strap, which is nothing. A nice cord strap, which is brown. I like those straps. I have many of these straps. Donner straps are very, very basic one, but they work. They are rugged, and I like these ones. Also because I like this one because it's not black, it's brown, and doesn't feel all that cheap. It's inexpensively cheap, but they work good. They are rugged. You should buy a strap, especially if you are young, because usually young people, beginner young guitarists see rock stars playing the guitar, standing and not sit down, so they want a strap to play standing. Usually, I did it when I was young. I can understand it, so normally you have to buy one of these. Also, you have a cable which you should buy. Donner cables are really, really not bad, because they have those nice connectors which you can open, and eventually you can fix the solder joints if they fail. They are well made with the shrink tube over the contacts over the solder joints. So I like these cables, the cable section. It's not that much, it's not that big kind of cable, but they work good. I used those cables many times. They are well working. Don't expect the cable for your life, but you should buy a cable to play the guitar, so they give you also the cable. An important thing is the Allen wrench to adjust the truss rod and the saddles. Because to be honest with you, the worst thing of this guitar is the factory setup. You have absolutely to adjust that one, because it comes with the very high action. You should lower it. And this is the only thing that you have to do to this guitar when it comes to you. Also, to be honest with you, there are older guitars from Donner which comes with many other accessories, but the other models are maybe a little less well made than this one. If you take a Stratocaster example, you have a little desktop amplifier. You have a for the same price, almost the same price, you will have a tuner, some other accessories, but you have to choose if you want to have a better guitar or some more accessories. I like to have a better guitar, to be honest with you. The other ones are not that bad, but they feel a little bit more cheap. Okay, this is also good for the experienced guitarist, because if you want to have a guitar that that you can carry around with no worries, when you don't want to bring with you your expensive custom shop Fender or any other expensive guitar, you can have one of those and carry them around without worrying to ruin the paint job or anything else. So this is the reason why a guitar like this should be good for an experienced guitarist. Also, this could be a perfect base, a perfect starting point for a project. So you can take one of those guitars just modify whatever you want to and make your dream guitar, make a custom guitar just with your specifications. And this is what I usually do with these guitars. I will do that I will do this even with this guitar, but trust me, this guitar, at least this guitar, it's very good even without modifications. So there are a lot of reasons why a guitar like this could be good for almost everyone. Most of the times I feel shocked about the quality, the precision of the craftsmanship of these instruments. It's incredible to have such a well-made guitar at this price point. And trust me, I'm completely honest telling you this. I'm not the guy who would tell you something just because I'm paid to tell you this. I had some things from Donner that I didn't like, and I made the video about that, telling my honest opinion. This guitar, it's flawless. Maybe some little things could be improved, but basically it's flawless. I will make soon a demo video of this guitar, so you can listen to the sound. I will tell you what I think after that, in-depth try out of this guitar. Okay, for today this is everything I have to tell you. So, as I usually say, ciao a you, which means bye guys.